Hi singers, I'm Amy Paul, and today I'm going to talk about the mixed voice again, but also how to develop the mixed voice, how to add more power to the mixed voice. Excuse me. And if you remember rightly, an exercise that I talked about in one of my tutorials is the nga sound, which can help to develop all of your different registers, so you have one smooth transition throughout each. What I want to work on now is how to actually strengthen it, because I talked a lot about keeping the sound light so that you can begin to develop your muscles and you're not bringing your chest voice up. But after we do that for so long, we want to have power, because we don't want to be singing in our mixed voice and have it sound like our head voice, because that's not why we have our mixed voice. Now, there are a few principles that we want to apply when adding power, and that's to firstly sit up straight. Now, when we sit like this, what actually happens is our spine isn't quite straight, so that the air from our lungs can't flow up into our pharynx. If you remember, the pharynx is the back of the head, and then into our nasopharynx, which is where the sound vibrates for the mixed voice. So if we firstly sit up straight, I just wanted to kind of give you why we have to sit up straight, because I know some singers kind of struggle with why, because it's coming from here, but that's an idea why. Okay, so first of all, we've done that, and also we want to be concentrating on the larynx. Now, I know I spoke quite a lot in the past about the larynx rising up, but it is so important, because if it rises up, we get this horrible squeaky sound. It sounds strained and it just sounds horrendous. So we really want to keep on neutralising that larynx, and we do that by adding the dopey sound. Now, we'll go through the exercise again with the mixed voice, with the nga. I'll go through it, and then I'll work on how to actually add power to it. So here goes. Nga, 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 nga. Okay, so you notice there that I transitioned from my chest to my mixed voice. Sorry, I'm still kind of getting over this cough, but anyway, that's sorry for coughing. And what we want to do now is add power to that. And we add power to that by keeping the larynx low. Not low, but neutral, not from rising up. If it goes too low, you're going to have more problems. So just ignore that. What I meant is keeping it neutral, preventing it from rising, which we do by manipulating that R sound. And we drop the jaw. So as we're singing higher, we're not got nga, nga. We want to drop it. Nga, 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 nga. Okay, I've not got any strain there. I have a lot more power than before, and that's because I've dropped my jaw. Now, when we keep it so tense, the sound will drop back into our throat, and we'll have lots of tension. We'll have this larynx rising. It ain't pretty. It don't feel good, and it certainly does not sound good. So I want you to try that. And also, going back to the way that we're sitting or standing, helps if you're sitting, actually, because you'll be using more of your diaphragm. You'll be challenging it more, at least. We want to imagine that we've got a belt. Okay, so we're wearing a belt, but we're wearing it just below our ribs. We're not wearing it around our hips. And I want you to imagine that that belt is fairly tight. And as you are singing, I want you to kind of feel like, sorry, excuse me. I want you to feel like you're kind of pushing that belt out a little bit, almost as if it's too tight that you want to push it off a little bit. So we'll go through that exercise again. Don't forget to drop the jaw on the R sound. Again, keeping this nasal sound by having a really nasal nga, so you have that position. Straight spine, and imagine that you're pushing against that belt ever so gently, and then you'll be engaging your diaphragm, and you won't be breathing from your chest, and the larynx then rising up and having tension. So let's try it again, where we're going to not have so much power, because we're not going to be engaging the diaphragm, we're not going to be dropping the jaw, and then we'll do it again by dropping the jaw and engaging the diaphragm. So here goes. Nga, 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 nga. Okay, it's very breathy, it's very light, it's not got a lot of power and authenticity to it. So let's do it again by engaging the diaphragm, having straight posture, relaxed, but we're keeping the head back and we're not forcing it forward, so we've got this arch so that the airflow will be struggling. We're going to have it fairly straight and relaxed. Nga, the sound forward, never back, which is why it's so important to drop that jaw. Okay, thank you so much for watching my video, and again, let me know how you get on, because I really like to know how these exercises are working. Please let me know if you have any tips on my tutorials, because I know I'm quite new to doing this. I know I stumble quite a lot, I cough quite a lot in my videos, so just please let me know what works best for you. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.